Are you serious? Are you serious? No, no, no. John F. Kerry, 2020? John Kerry for president in 2020? Well, he is saying this, that he is strongly considering running for the presidency again. Are you serious? The Democrats haven't got nobody left. You either got to pull out an old John Kerry and dust him off and prop him up, or go get Joe Biden and do the same, or go get Bernie Sanders, or bring in Elizabeth Warren. I mean, are you serious? Wow. Well, anyway, but he's doing more than just that. He is undermining now the peace process. He had a meeting in London with one of the close associates of President Abbas of the Palestinians. He had conducted his London track secret negotiations that he did during 2010 through 2013 between Netanyahu's attorney and the representatives of President Abbas. So he met again during the conversations. He apparently told them, tell Abbas to be strong, hang in there, don't give in to the U.S. pressure. According to reports referring to the president, Kerry used derogatory terms and even worse. Kerry offered to help create an alternative peace initiative and promised to help garner international support, among others, of the Europeans, Arab states, and the international community. Kerry hinted that many in American establishment, as well as the American intelligence, are dissatisfied with Trump's performance and the way he leads America. He surprised his friend by saying he was seriously considering running for president in 2020. When asked about his advanced age, he said he was not much older than President Trump and would not have an age problem. In a report on the conversation, Kerry appeared to be crazy about things, very energetic, someone who is yearning to help realize the dream of peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Kerry explained, according to the report, that even in the Republican Party, they do not know what to do with President Donald Trump and are very dissatisfied with him, and that patience and breathing time are needed to get through this difficult period. It is reasonable to assume that Netanyahu's government will use the details of this conversation to prove the ancient theory that John Kerry is obsessed and messianic and a pro-Palestinian. It is not certain that these thesis stands the test of reality. It should be remembered that John Kerry is an old friend of Netanyahu and a consistent supporter of Israel for decades. He believes that a genuine peace process is essential for both sides and for the survival of the state of Israel, and that the two-state solution is the only realistic option that will enable Israel to continue to maintain its character as a Jewish democratic state. That's John Kerry's ideal. John Kerry is really pro-Palestinian and pro-Illuminati and anti-Trump. Now, I've got more information for you. There was also a meeting that took place in Saudi Arabia with the Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It took place on Christmas Eve in Saudi Arabia, in the capital. Here's what happened. Of course, Trump had already declared that Jerusalem was Israel's capital on December 6th. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, who said he was going to back the U.S.-sponsored peace plan for an Israeli-Palestinian Middle East peace deal. But Abbas was invited to Saudi Arabia's capital, where he held talks with King Salman. The invitation came shortly following a meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Istanbul, Turkey. You may remember that. That's where Erdogan thought he was going to take over the entire Muslim world against Trump. Abbas announced at that meeting, though, that he was no longer accepting the United States as a broker in the peace process. However, bin Salman, the Saudi prince, told Abbas that the United States was, quote, the only game in town with regards to the peace process. He told him, quote, the U.S. is the only one with real influence on Israel. It's the only country that can put pressure on Israel in any peace process, and no one else can do that. Not the EU, nor Russia, nor China. And Ben Salman told Abbas, according to the Palestinian officials that were there and had knowledge of the meeting. Also, the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told Abbas in a previous visit earlier in the month that the United States was preparing for a peace deal, and this deal might not look good at the beginning, but at the end it would be good. He also asked Abbas to have the Palestinians back the Lebanon pro-Saudi camp. Stay away from the pro-Iranian camp that's in Lebanon that is led by Hezbollah. And at some point, bin Salman also warned Abbas that if he doesn't do the job in Lebanon, there are others who can do it, including pointing to Mohammed Dalian, who is the leader of the Fatah. All right. So this is huge. So what you have here is the Saudi Crown Prince telling President Abbas of the Palestinians, you need to back off here. United States, the only game in town, and you might want to listen to what Trump's got to say, basically. Okay? Because if you think you're going to go outside of the United States and get some kind of deal put together, you can forget it, because only America can convince Israel to make certain compromises. So it's getting very interesting what's going on behind the scenes. But John F. Kerry, they're dusting this guy off, and he thinks he's going to run for president. But there's one more comment that Kerry made, and I'm going to share this with you. Kerry also said to Abbas's representative that President Trump will probably only be in office one more year, and that he will be leaving the White House. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so the deep state, the FBI, and everyone in the deep state are all working to remove Trump within 2 years of his presidency. We'll see how things work out. We'll see exactly how things work out. Are you serious? Pray for the United States of America. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And pray one for another. And if you're not saved, get right with God, because we're running out of time.